Welcome back to another episode of Terrifying Tales, your one-stop YouTube channel for all things horror. Today, we're investigating the chilling Hill House. Unearth its dark history and unsettling truths with us. Stay with us if you dare. Have you ever heard of Hill House? No? It's not surprising. It's a place shrouded in mystery and horror, an eerie abode that's been the inspiration for a haunting novel and a chilling series. But, as with all tales of terror, it's the truths that lie beneath the fiction that truly unsettle us. The real stories of Hill House, whispered in hushed tones, are far more disturbing than any on-screen portrayal. Let's delve into the true, spine-chilling tales that gave birth to this terrifying fiction. The real stories behind Hill House are far more terrifying than any fiction. This single sentence paints a picture of a house steeped in a rich tapestry of horror and dread. Delving into the dark annals of history, we unearth a plethora of chilling tales that served as inspiration for the book and the subsequent series. Tales that, once heard, can never be first. Such tale pertains to the tormented widow. This is a woman who, in the prime of her life, was subjected to an unimaginable torment. Her once loving husband was tragically taken from her, leaving her isolated in the grand yet menacing expanse of Hill House. The days turned into nights, and nights into days, with each passing moment amplifying the loneliness she felt. Her deceased husband, once a source of love and comfort, morphed into a haunting presence. His whispers, initially a mere figment of her imagination, started taking on a life of their own. The whispers grew, and more persistent, relentlessly gnawing at her sanity. Each whisper was a stark reminder of her loss, driving her deeper into the abyss of madness. Then there is the chilling tale of the orphaned siblings. The loss of their parents left these siblings in a state of perpetual terror. The imposing silence of Hill House, disrupted only by the occasional creaks and groans, accentuated their desolation. But the real horror unveiled itself at the stroke of midnight. It was during these long, vulnerable hours claimed to see the spectral forms of their parents. The apparitions, while bearing an uncanny resemblance to their parents, had a cold, distant look in their eyes. An unsettling realization crept upon the children. These were not their parents, but mere shadows trapped in the perpetual limbo of Hill House. Each individual involved in the Hill House saga, whether they were the unfortunate inhabitants or the ill-fated visitors, experienced horrors that would make your blood run cold. Every creaking floorboard, every flickering shadow, every gust of wind that echoed through the long deserted hallways spelled doom for those trapped inside. No one was safe from the eerie grasp of Hill House. These tormented souls were forced to live and relive their worst nightmares, making their stay in Hill House a perpetual hell. But these stories, harrowing and real, are not just elements of a chilling narrative. They serve as a grim reminder of the insidious nature of Hill House. Each tale, each petrifying incident, is a piece of a larger, more terrifying jigsaw. A jigsaw that, when pieced together, unveils the horrific truth about Hill House. It's not just the inhabitants or the visitors who bear the brunt of its horror. The house itself, a living, breathing entity, feeding off the fear and despair of those unfortunate enough to inhabit it. These stories, harrowing and real, are not merely tales meant to chill your spine. They are an intricate web of terror and despair that weaves itself around every corner of Hill House. These tales of the tormented widow, the orphaned siblings, and countless others serve as dark testament to the horrors of Hill House. These are not just stories. They are haunting memories imprinted into the very walls of the house. These stories, harrowing and real, are the backbone of the Hill House narrative. They are the lifeblood that gives Hill House its chilling aura, ensuring that its tale continues to haunt those who dare to delve into its dark past. These tales of horror have left an indelible mark on our collective psyche. Their imprint is like an age-old fossil embedded within our shared consciousness. The narratives, tales and stories that we are about to delve into are not mere inventions of imaginative minds, but they are reflections of our deepest, darkest fears. They are our nightmares taking form, shaping our perceptions and moulding our understanding of what true horror means. The chilling narratives of Hill House have created ripples in the vast ocean of storytelling, forever altering its course. Not only have these tales revolutionized what we know and understand about the horror genre, but they've also managed to challenge the status quo. They have pushed boundaries, dared to tread on unexplored paths, and have unveiled the unspoken horrors that lurk in the shadows of our minds. These narratives have brought to life the entities that we have often dismissed as figments of our imagination, making us question the reality we have always known and accepted. Hill House's narratives have not just left their mark on the pages of books or the frames of films, but they've echoed through the labyrinthine halls of our imaginations, resonating with audiences far and wide. They've managed to transcend language barriers, cultural divides, and geographical boundaries, striking a chord with people of all ages, races, and backgrounds. The tales have found a home in our hearts, nestling there, a constant reminder of the potent power of storytelling. However, the truth of Hill House's narratives lies in its spectral influence that has permeated pop culture. From influencing modern literature to shaping the aesthetics of horror cinema, the narratives have left no stone unturned. They have seeped into television series, video games, music, and even fashion, shaping our perceptions of fear and the supernatural. They have redefined what it means to be scared, pushing the boundaries of fear from the physical to the psychological, making us question the world around us and the unseen entities that may inhabit it. This spectral influence is a testament to the enduring power of Hill House. It proves that the tales have not only managed to survive the test of time, but have thrived, evolving and adapting to the changing tastes and preferences of audiences worldwide. The narratives have emerged from the confines of the printed page and the silver screen, transforming into a phenomenon that is much bigger, much more profound. So the next time you hear a bump in the night, remember, it could be more than just your imagination. It could be the echoes of Hill House's narratives reverberating in your mind. It could be the whisper of a ghost story that has its way into your consciousness. Or it could be the lingering shadow of a tale that has embedded itself deep within your psyche. It could be the true horror of Hill House, reminding you once again of its power, its influence, and its indelible mark. Are you still brave enough to venture into the Hill House? After hearing about its profound impact on our collective psyche, its revolutionary role in shaping the horror genre, and its spectral influence in pop culture, are you ready to step into the ominous halls of this haunted mansion? Let's take a moment to revisit the haunting tales that have left an indelible mark on our consciousness. The chilling narratives of Hill House have not only revolutionized our understanding of horror, but have pushed the boundaries of fear from the physical to the psychological. They have brought to life the entities that we often dismiss as figments of our imagination, making us question the reality we have always known and accepted. These narratives, these tales and these stories have echoed through the labyrinthine halls of our imaginations, resonating with audiences far and wide. They have transcended language barriers, cultural divides and geographical boundaries, striking a chord with people of all ages, races and backgrounds. The tales have found a home in our hearts, constantly reminding us of the potent power of storytelling. But these are not just tales. They are the true horrors of Hill House. They are the unseen entities that lurk in the shadows, the whispers of a ghost story that has found its way into our consciousness, the lingering shadow of a tale that has embedded itself deep within our psyche. So as we venture further into the mysteries of Hill House, let's keep in mind the true horrors that await us. Remember, the next time you hear a bump in the night, it might not be just your imagination. It might be the echoes of Hill House's narratives reverberating in your mind. It might be the whisper of a ghost story, reminding you once again of its power, its influence, and its indelible mark. So, brace yourself for the haunting echoes of Hill House. Remember, the true horror is not what you see, but what you can't see. It's the unseen, the unknown, the unspoken. It's the true horror of Hill House. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Terrifying Tales as we delved into the chilling narratives of the Hill House. If you're brave enough to explore more terrifying tales, remember to subscribe to our channel. Don't hesitate to hit the like button if the haunted halls of Hill House have sent shivers down your spine. We're curious to know your thoughts on the true horrors of Hill House, the unseen, the unknown, the unspoken. Share your thoughts and comments below. Stay tuned for more spine-chilling stories. Until then, keep the lights on, for the haunting echoes of Hill House may reverberate in the silence of the night.